my lovely baby boos. I'm Meska, your goddess, you're a chocolate man. We're reacting to...
The most haunted places in Missouri.
Meow.
I think I've seen this before.
A dense and chillingly beautiful forest where ghosts and
It's loud!
Turn it down just a hair.
ancient monsters lurk.
Still a little more. Still.
Oh, they're gonna do the Columbian, Missouri State Penitentiary. I've heard about that.
You gotta tell me if you've been to some of these places.
Goes
Was it
down
Missouri
prison
or
whose halls
Kansas?
are
Missouri.
stocked by
It's still fucking loud!
God.
VTubers don't give me story plots too.
terrifying apparitions of
There we
former
go.
inmates, and an overgrown cemetery whose dead refuse to rest await on this journey through some
Okay,
more
I
of the
can
most haunted
understand
places
that.
in Missouri. Let's dive right in.
Yay, more haunted places.
Haunted history.
Scary stories.
I can't wait till I get the
Dark places.
one of those houses we saw
Welcome to
were
Fright Night. Okay.
one of those houses we saw were haunted.
Okay. So Trucky Poo.
What?
Was it in Kansas or was it in Missouri where you were a ghost hunter?
Missouri, but we were like right on the border of Kansas, like southeast, as far as southeast Kansas you could get.
So, okay, so you did your... I'm still talking to you.
No,
I'm going to throw this keyboard at your face.
so that.
I wanted to know, where's the haunted places you went to in Missouri or Kansas?
Yes, there was some in Missouri.
Okay, so maybe we'll see something you went to.
If it's around Joplin, maybe.
We don't. But when the plot is told from a pizza with a nice voice.
Hey guys, and welcome
But
back for
changes
another journey
things.
through some more of
Look,
Missouri's
look.
most haunted places.
Careful, Choco Man,
Recognized
like-
for its beautiful and historic cities, for its unique arts and culture, for its
Missouri.
breathtaking wilderness expanses, and more. The Show
Come to
Me State
Missouri.
also boasts its fair share of spooky old hill folklore, classic ghost stories, and urban legends sure to chill your bones. Oh, and before we get rolling, if you enjoy my content, guys, I would highly appreciate if
South
you subscribe,
Carolina.
hit that like button,
I've been to South Carolina.
I never have.
I was like 5. No, I was 7. 7. I was 7.
You're
shared
7.
me with all of your friends, and for those of you who really want to show my channel some love, leaving me a super thanks greatly supports the videos that keep you shivering late into the night. Are you sure you're ready for this
Go
one?
like and subscribe to other people that would react to
Our
if you find
first
it
haunt lands
interesting.
us on the eastern
Hey, St. Louis, Missouri. Did you
Yeah,
ever go there?
No, we never went that far. We never went anywhere far outside Joplin area.
end
Ah,
of
okay.
Missouri, and has us touring the infamous Lemp Mansion. The
Lemp.
Lemp Mansion in St. Louis,
Looks nice.
Missouri, which looms over 3322 Demonale Place, is a
How much are they selling it for? Okay, here's a
I wonder
question:
what
if you were to buy a haunted house and it was like dirt cheap, would you?
I don't know. We ever rednecks probably buy haunted houses and tell the ghosts to fuck off. But I wouldn't be worried about ghosts here. We worry about the crackheads outside in Missouri, in
Oh
St.
yeah,
Louis.
St. Louis.
Victorian era masterpiece of wealth and ambition by day. Its ornate parlor, marble mantels, hand-painted ceilings,
marble.
and underground tunnels whispering of a brewing empire's
Oh, it ha-
glory.
Oh,
It's got underground
Tunnels.
tunnels. I said temples.
Your dimple.
What dimple?
Yeah.
With a bubble.
Yet when dusk descends, its grand rooms seem to bruise under the weight of unspoken horrors, as though the walls themselves have soaked in grief and desperation. Built in the 1860s and lavishly expanded in 1904 for William J. Limp Sr., the head of
Limp.
what would grow into the nation's largest independent
dick.
brewery at the time, the 33-room mansion became not just a family
33
home,
room?
but also
how much?
33 room.
How much? How much? How many baths? How many baths?
One bath.
No, this is not 33 rooms with one bath. That's
Limp
bullshit.
Brewery's
One and a half
administrative
bath.
heart.
That's bullshit.
Its modern amenities included radiant heat, an airy open lift replacing the grand staircase, gleaming
Okay.
Italian marble mantels, a freestanding glass shower imported from Italy,
Hey,
and
glass
underground
shower.
vaults housing art and rare possessions. And over the
Hey.
years, the mansion witnessed a
Wait, I thought we were watching haunted stuff. This sounds like the last video we were watching.
7 at the most.
Hopefully 5 baths, 7 at the most. Who would name their child Lim? It's a last
success, followed
name.
by personal
Last names are always messed up, yo.
Yeah.
Tragedy and a sudden collapse, as a seemingly unbreakable lineage unraveled one death at a time. The Limp family saga begins with Johann Adam
family.
Limp, a German immigrant who introduced lager brewing
I
to
was
St.
German.
Louis in the 1840s, followed by his son, William Sr., whose ambition propelled the brand to global prominence.
The reason why there's a lot of beer.
Don't name your kid Dick.
Limp Dick,
Oh my.
Dick Limp. You have the little worm pops in there with the
Now little worms. It would have been better before. Don't bother with last names like with my username's last name.
Karen.
Don't name your kid Karen.
I think that name's died out.
Your grandmoo was.
Yeah, but the reason why is a lot of German immigrants came to Missouri and the Midwest. That's why a lot of people trace their roots back to Germany. That's why a lot of beer is brewed in Kansas City, Missouri, and also in St. Louis. Like Budweiser is based in Missouri.
I got 10% German.
But misfortune shadowed them. Frederick, the favored grandson, died in 1901. William Sr. took his own life with a bullet fired in one of the offices above the brewery caves in 1904. 3 more Limp family members, including William J. Limp.
3 more. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I'm being dark morbid here. So he's talking about people getting shot, and he said 3 more Limp family members, and I'm thinking. Are you saying Limp as in that's their family name? Or are you saying no? Are you saying Limp as in they became limp because they were shot?
Who would bet?
Maybe they get the name Limp because they had a hair.
Oh my god.
They did not kill themselves. I was thinking of the 3D Limp for guys. We lost Urge.
Jr. and his sister Elsa also died by suicide
Oh,
in the mansion. And Charles, the last heir,
Elsa
ended
Limp.
his life in 1949 after killing his dog. Each death
Oh,
marking a
why you
tragic
kill your
note to a family
dog?
steeped in public success and private despair. Slowly, the mansion fell from grandeur into disrepair, eventually being transformed into a boarding house racked with strange sounds and panicked tenants. And it was later resurrected in the 1970s by the Pointer family, who restored it as a restaurant and
Limp
inn
to
even
Pointer.
as the specters of its past seemed to stir once more. After
Not the.
They went from limp. Okay, they went from limp dick to pointer dick.
And it had googly eyes on it.
I can't.
This must be a dark video.
Nothing's dark with me.
dark, the Limp Mansion seems to shift and becomes a hostile stage haunted by more than just
If a
memories.
dog died there,
Guests
yeah.
and staff report glasses and
Good
bottles
guys.
flying from shelves in the bar with loud crashes. Lights flicker and die mid-pour.
Good. We go
Phantom
full South
footsteps
Park.
echo across empty hallways, and doors slam or unlock themselves with no cause. In the basement, deep where the caves begin, lie the ominous gates of hell, where people speak of
Ooh.
oppressive dread and burning sensations, and as if unseen eyes are always watching
Hey.
their descent. One mansion tour guide claimed to
How do all these people back then manage to build places on the gates of hell? How do they find the gates of hell and build shit there?
I guess real estate was cheap.
Were they summoned it. You know they summoned it.
Who
have
knows?
heard the whinnying of a phantom horse tethered to stables long vanished, followed by empty
Phantom
silence.
horses?
And painters
They built it
working on
themselves.
restoration projects have fled mid-job, reporting hushed whispers urging them to leave. One man even described following a well-dressed figure, now known as the Shiny Shoes Man, through corridor.
Shiny shoes man. Well, you gotta have a well-dressed ghost.
Yeah.
It's got
after
shiny
corridor,
shoes.
only to lose sight of him in an empty room with no exits. In the women's bathroom on the main floor, a
Oh,
room
no.
once used by William J. Limp Jr., visitors have claimed to have felt a presence peering over the stall walls, or even of hearing a man's voice and heavy
solid
breathing
dressing
in the stall,
ghost.
while those staying overnight report
Man,
footsteps circling their beds, drawers
Relate to
slamming
Trucker
shut,
Man.
and distant crashes from empty rooms. Several guests in the lavender suite have
Trucker
woken
Man.
to the sound of frantic pounding on their door, to footsteps
Trucker man's now shiny shoe man.
I have beat up old Boots Man.
You're steel toe boot man.
I had.
Racing up the stairs, followed by a hard
Oh,
kick, just as William
Cosmate,
Jr. once
Comatose
sprinted to his
Jedi.
father's
Hello?
locked bedroom door during his
Sorry,
fatal
Shima,
panic.
must
And
have
others
a
speak of
ghost
photographs that reveal
house.
blurred faces looming from darkened halls.
You missed Trump's worm.
What?
I'm telling Cosmic Comatose Jedi. You missed Trump's worm.
The worms!
Ways. EVPs capturing low moans, anxious disembodied whispers,
Why are the ghosts moaning?
At the worm.
I almost did it, but now someone's gotta pay me if they want to hear me moan.
and the clatter of unseen movement. Spectral figures are often sighted drifting along the stairwell, emerging from the attic,
The
or slipping into
holes.
shadowed corners. And some guests sense ghostly hands brushing their arms or cool breath on the backs of their necks, while others have been awakened to the lingering
sexy.
scent of cigar smoke or lavender, as though the
See, this isn't so bad.
There's
the
one
ghosts
theory-
just want to be. You just want to have the fuck ghosts.
There's always one theory why people smoke in like old houses like this, because people smoked when they were younger, when the house was older, and it seeped into the wood, and it just.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So.
ghosts of William Jr. and his wife, nicknamed the Lavender Lady, have returned, trailing their obsessions into the night.
It's just the
the Limp
smell of the
Mansion's
wood.
terror is relentless. It's tragic.
Yeah. The weird smells in houses. No, that can be linked to a lot of things that does not seem supernatural. Like you said, that's just the smells that were once in the house. There's seeps in the wood and like stuff like heat and junk let it out, and or you have a carbon monoxide poisoning.
Tragedies
Yeah,
etched
too.
deeply into its oaken floors.
The ghosts here sound so chill.
Did I ever tell you the story of the lady that thought she was convinced she was haunted, but actually it was a carbon monoxide leak? This is a story they told me when I joined the club. Basically, they went to this one house. The lady kept claiming kept seeing like spots out of her eyes or shit like shadows. Well, they go down there. Everybody starts getting like headaches real bad. So they go out and get a carbon monoxide detector. It's like way above what it should be safe. Apparently she had a real bad carbon monoxide leak, and she was convinced, no, the place is haunted. And they were like convinced, like, this will kill you if you don't get this fixed.
Yeah.
You're not having a haunted house, you have a house that needs to be fixed.
Okay, so boys and girls. Oh, I think only just boys. I'll be surprised if there's any girls out there. But for all my baby boos out there, if you think your house is haunted, you might need to check if you got a carbon monoxide leak.
Yeah. I mean, the house is probably haunted now, but...
marble walls. It's not a place for comfort or closure, but a catalyst for the uneasy realization that sometimes history resists burial, and the
instantly
souls
good.
of the
Yeah, be
shattered keep
careful
their
with that
vigil
stuff.
in the silence between memories and night.
I'm hoping, Sheepy, that you got a carbon monoxide detector after that. And I hope you don't want exposed to it for too long.
Yeah, I think it was back when we had the alarm system, we had the carbon monoxide detector attached to my alarm. Every time I fired the car up, it set that thing off.
Oh, yeah?
My house is...
Or a Rundy Lake.
My house
Not
is haunted by
radon.
cats.
Yeah.
Mares.
Cat ghost.
Our second
Stay-
haunt takes us to the
Yep.
I have
Sapien-
one named... Oh, you have a cat named Ghost. Cute. We got Raffy, and we got Broccoli, and then our dog Mushi.
Broccoli's old.
We should be haunted by cats. We got like 2 dead cats and a dead dog in our backyard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I've heard about... I've never been there, but I've always heard about this.
Jefferson City.
Yeah, that's in the middle of Missouri. That's actually the capital.
Huh.
center of the
Oh,
state
yeah, you
and
told me
has us
that.
getting booked at the Missouri State
I named my
Penitentiary.
cat Golds.
The Missouri State Penitentiary.
Sip. Gold sip. Sheep, sheep. Sit. Why can't I read that word?
I have 4 cats buried in my house. What was it? We got
Oh. It's 2.
2 plus Tiger plus
Well,
Finny.
Tiger was just his fur because you got buried in a stupid place.
And then Finny.
In Jefferson City, Missouri,
kitties.
once called the bloodiest 47 acres in America, rises in somber defiance along the banks of the Missouri River. Its limestone walls scarred by nearly 2 centuries of violence, unrest, and unspeakable suffering.
Yep, that sounds like the ingredients for a haunted place.
Yeah.
Those
So what
shuttered in
happened here?
2004, the prison remains a place few
Oh, the
willingly
prison.
linger
Okay, yeah.
after nightfall, when its hollowed corridors and decaying cell blocks are said to harbor far more than a colorful past. Established in 1836, the penitentiary quickly
1836.
Okay. So let's do a little something here. Most haunted places be old abandoned prisons, insane asylums, orphanages,
Or sanitariums.
hospitals. Huh?
Sanitariums, which is the same thing as a... Asylums are more for mental. Sanitariums are more like for common health, like tuberculosis. Like there's a famous one in Kentucky. I
So
can't-
what is it, like a hospice? I'm guessing.
It's a hospital, but it's...
No, hospice.
Oh, maybe. Oh,
Yeah.
I was part of a paranormal investigation team.
Oh, cool.
Now I am going to say there is such a thing as ghosts, but I'm not going to say there is such a thing as a ghost, but there are things that cannot be explained.
Only haunt.
The only haunting I have had in random birds surrounding that house. Huh. I respect the supernatural.
Was it a weird Finchy that kept knocking on?
I missed that little Finchy. It was cute.
became one of the most
tapping
feared
on windows
correctional
while trying to
institutions
sleep.
in the
Oh,
country.
cute.
It was older than San Francisco's Alcatraz, larger than many military forts, and over its lifespan, it housed over 100,000 inmates, murderers, rapists, gang leaders, and
There
petty
you
thieves
go.
alike, all crammed into confined spaces within its cold stone.
Do you think hauntings are more of negative energy?
Probably. Sanitans was a hospital for everyone, including crazy people.
Yay.
Riots erupted with terrifying frequency, including one massive uprising in 1954 that left 4 inmates dead, a dozen buildings burned, and over 100 others injured. Executions were carried out in the prison's gas chamber, where at least 40 men
Hey,
and
gas
women took
chamber.
their last breaths, under the unnerving, flickering fluorescent light.
Okay, that's what Carmen and Butters need to go do. They were doing it wrong.
Trying to do an electric car.
Electric car gas chamber. That's their problem.
While some, it said, screamed in terror, others just stared ahead, waiting. This was a place designed to punish, not rehabilitate, and in time, its very architecture seemed to absorb the agony it was built to.
I have a theory, but it takes some explaining. Yeah, I got some.
Contain.
There's a lot of
Today,
theories out
the Missouri
there
State
about
Penitentiary
stuff.
is open for tours, but when the last groups leave and silence returns, the prison awakens in ways that can't be explained. Former guards, visitors, tour guides, and paranormal investigators alike have all reported the same things. Doors slamming of their own accord, heavy bootsteps echoing down cell block corridors long after they've been vacated, and sudden drops in temperature that grip the skin like a hand from the grave. One of the most active and feared spots is that of cell.
You want to go there?
Technically, we can. They do tour guides.
Hey, let's go on a tour. We should do that
Like what?
sometime.
Go on a tour. Well, I'll think on it.
Let's go to some haunted places.
I've been to that place. Huh.
Oh, cool. Did you get touched by anything? Did something happen to you?
Tell me.
48 in Housing Unit 4, the site of a brutal inmate murder with a sledgehammer, and those who step inside have reported being physically touched.
I don't think anything's gonna beat the New Mexico riot where they use blowtorches in someone's eye hole.
Oh, yeah, that one that was on the,
Caldancula.
yeah.
No, not that place. A place like. Okay.
Okay.
But did something happen to you?
Choked or overcome with nausea, while growling sounds have been heard coming from the darkness, and more than one visitor has left the cell gasping, as if the air itself has turned sour. In the solitary confinement area, known simply as the Hole, guests speak of shadows
Hole.
pacing just beyond the reach of their flashlight beams. EVPs have captured tortured moans, whispered threats, and chilling words like "get out," "kill," or "mine," and people have reported
I like mine. I want the ghost to say mine to me.
being grabbed in the dark, scratched along their backs, or suddenly overcome with the sense that they're being watched by something they can't see, but that definitely sees them. Even the old gas chamber carries a terrible weight. The steel doors are long rusted, the chair bolted to the floor is still present, and yet many say you can hear breathing in that room. Labored, panicked breathing, as if the last victims are still seated, waiting for the poison to be released. Additionally,
Sheesh.
photos taken inside have captured hazy figures, light anomalies, and, in one case, a perfectly clear silhouette standing behind the witness when no one else was there. But the
Yeah. What about, okay, so pareidolia is something they use a term now for when you think you see something but you don't. Like, for example, when I was a kid, I could not go into the Ripley's, believe it or not, Wax Museum, the monster section. I think I was 11. That just scared me too much. I could not go because it just looked way too
You
creepy.
wouldn't go through the spinning tube.
That was not scary. That was just trippy. That's a difference.
Oh, we investigated an old jail. One team member had something sit next to him. Ooh, an impression of something of a butt and upper leg was in pretending in the format.
I felt like I just said gibberish right there. I'm
The
sorry.
sensory onslaught doesn't stop there. In the upper cell block, visitors have described walls weeping with moisture. In areas where no plumbing exists, sudden rivulets of cold
condensation.
water threading
Yeah.
down bricks, turning into pools at
The
their
whole
feet,
place
and
looks like
others
it's
say the sound of
full
faint
moisture.
crying echoes
Yeah.
off the
It's
vaulted
okay.
ceilings, though no one is present. The guard towers, which are still boarded up, give off an oppressive tightness, as if watching
You missed our earlier me trying to read stuff and have small brain.
Yeah. I think we
eyes
cooked your
linger
brain.
just beyond their
Yay.
windows, following each step taken below. And then there are reports from the laundry and hospital wings, places of constant activity in decades past, where visitors
Yeah. When Chuckleman was in college, he used to have, he was with a,
Yeah, we never went to any places like this, so.
I know, you never went to a, what did you go to? You went to a cemetery and you went to...
I hope he shows it, but it's called the Peace Church Cemetery. It's basically, Joplin was a lead mine town, and a lot of migrants would go through there, and a lot of people died in those mines, and they just bury them in a hole because then no one knew where they came from. Half the time, no one knew what their actual names were. So.
In other words, a butt print appeared in the mattress.
Okay. God. That
It's like that weird AI view of the what was it? We was boom, I morphed again. And
Oh,
the Bigfoot.
The Bigfoot backrooms.
I don't like the moisture in my can.
Oh, if they don't fix a old building, the moisture will spread to more places.
Yeah, that one's not a
have
haunting.
heard the rhythmic thud of laundry carts, metal clanging, and indistinct chatter in the
Backflip,
darkness.
backflip,
Those who
backflip,
pause in the dead hallways say they feel a surge of vertigo, a sudden nausea, as if emotionally transported to
Boom,
moments
off
of
again.
chaos recorded within the walls. Perhaps most unnerving are tales from the visitors center entrance, where entire groups report being brushed on the shoulder by unseen hands as they exit, only to find no one nearby, and where
Hey, that's fun. I want a brush. Can we just hug the ghosts? I want a ghost hug. Hug me.
I don't think the
cameras have
ghosts wanna
captured
hug.
blurred
I want a
faces in
huggy
windows,
ghost.
and cell signals and phones tend to
We
die
investigated a cemetery, very haunted. Yeah.
inexplicably, as if intercepted by something present. There is no comfort in these hauntings, for the Missouri State Penitentiary does
No
not offer its
comfy.
ghosts as friendly guardians, but as residual, angry,
was
and
shocked they
sorrowful
had this open
entities,
till
born of
2004.
dead.
Okay. I wouldn't want to be hugged by one of these ghosts because they're just angy. They're angy ghosts.
There might be a pedophile ghost.
Well, I'm not a child, so.
Decades defined by suffering and human cruelty. They do not care whether you believe or not. In their world, they are all that remains, and sometimes that's more than enough. And on to number 3, which has us braving a
Another
walk through the
St.
historic
Louis.
Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery. The Jefferson Barracks National
Damn.
Cemetery
Damn.
in St. Louis County, Missouri, anchoring 331 acres of solemn ground.
But okay, it's because it's so big, I'm guessing, but it looks so well kept. Usually when I think of a haunted cemetery, I think of them being all messed up.
This looks like a military cemetery too, the way it looks.
I think it might be.
So I've screwed since I'm a kid at heart.
No, you have to be a kid at body for the pedophiles to want you.
Called a Potter's Field. Huh.
found along the Mississippi
Pottersville is the
River
place he
was
went
born
to.
alongside the original military post in 1826. What began as a modest
Wouldn't-
burial site for a fallen
let's
infant
create
officer's
the,
child
feeling
soon
like
expanded to
something is
encompass the
touching you.
interment
Yeah.
of soldiers from every
Harry
war in
Potter.
American history, from the Mexican-American War through Korea and Vietnam, including both Union and Confederate soldiers side by
there you
side,
go.
Medal of Honor recipients, Civil War nurses, and merchant mariners whose ships were lost at sea. By day,
So you were right. It is a military.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what the hell it's
Day,
at.
it presents a structured
St.
landscape
Louis.
of
Next
stark
to the
white
river.
headstones and grand monuments, a place of both tribute and reverent silence. But as evening falls, the acreage shifts, the lineage of duty and death beginning to stir in the dark. On fog-draped nights, caretakers and lone visitors report seeing soldiers in period uniforms pacing the rows, Union infantry lining the north-south aisles, their bayonets casting long, menacing shadows, and Confederate counterparts to the east, rifles resting at their sides, visible in silent watch.
So did they have war around here?
Yeah, probably that's the Civil War.
Uh huh.
I mean, Missouri was part of the Union. No, they were part of the Confederate. I think Illinois was part of the Union. I want to say. Yeah,
So is this is where they buried them around where they warred?
probably.
At a meeting place known as the Triangle, where 3 rows of headstones converge, apparitions
Yeah, a
in
lot
blue
of
and gray
people
pause,
died there,
salute each
but
other,
the
and then vanish, as though still
headstones
shadowing the
are
cadence of war.
ceremonial. So they're not actually buried there. They're probably part of like a mass grave, maybe.
Whispers
Maybe.
like fall out, at ease, and on guard slip through the air between markers, coupled with the distant echo of what sounds like horses' hooves on gravel. Though no
think
living
so.
horse has trod here for more than a century, and late-night visitors often speak of footsteps
Is your
trailing
dad
them down
bloody there?
empty
No. My dad's turned to ashes, and he is with his mother in Texas.
Yeah.
lanes, only to stop the moment they turn. In the far northern plots, visitors say the air grows unnaturally cold, their breath misting
A lot
even
of
on
Civil
warm
War
nights, and
places
equipment like
are
cameras,
mass graves
phones,
like that.
and
Yeah,
flashlights
that makes
frequently
sense.
malfunction or die, even on full
Gettysburg.
charges, only to reboot when moved several
Rest
feet
in
away,
peace,
as if
thanks.
something unseen moves with them. Children's spirits appear among the graves of young siblings lost to the Hedgesville fire in the early 1900s.
Oh.
These pale, timid figures, little girls in frilly frocks, hover near their markers and disappear when approached. And on winter evenings, a distant
Oh, great! So we got soldiers and children hauntings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
breeze carries laughter that turns to childlike sobbing, as though they are replaying memories of warmth and terror in a place that can offer neither. Moving into the cemetery's historic structures, the old post hospital, chapel, and barracks reveals even more hauntings within. In
Oh my
Building
gosh.
1, visitors glimpse a Confederate officer illuminated in candlelight, seated at a desk deep into the night, and his face is often described as turned away, and many tell that he vanishes when they step forward. In other rooms with peeling paint and shattered glass, doors open and close on their own, and old lanterns flicker before exploding into darkness. In Building 25, late-night visitors describe coffee pots turning on,
Annabelle
Oh, Annabelle
nearby.
nearby. That wasn't the place where Annabelle toured to, was it?
You have to imagine the Civil War among.
Well, war happened among the people, so the people probably got killed with the soldiers too.
Well, yeah. Oh,
The Civil War was the most bloodiest war the U.S. ever had, worse than World War One, Two.
because it was a front in itself.
There are towns that got wiped off the map in the Civil War.
Sheesh.
spoons rattling within metal trays,
like,
and women's
those
voices speaking
fellas
softly
could
in hospital
not
wings
move
long
on.
empty of patients. And footsteps pace the halls even when no one else is around, and are often accompanied by the restroom faucets gushing water spontaneously. Building 29, which was the old barracks, is as notorious as any of the grave plots. Disembodied taskmaster commands ring out through empty hallways, toilets flush inexplicably, and lights flicker when no one
The self-flushing toilets. Why do ghosts want to play with toilets?
Maybe it's got the sensor and it sets it off. I don't know.
Skibbity Biden. Skibbity,
I am so glad
skibbity,
Colbert is
Biden.
dead.
You're going pee again.
Taking a lot of water. Leave me alone.
Stop drinking so much water, pee.
Just keep going. I'll be back.
You're gonna get Biden up the butt.
I'll bite your butt.
One is in sight. One guard even recalled feeling a smack on the back of his neck and turning to see an empty corridor, its
Toilet
walls creaking
drivers
in
to
silent
play
laughter.
with.
Outside the powder magazine, the Phantom Sentry
Powder
remains
is
on
healthy.
duty even in death. Witnesses describe him as a heavy-set soldier with mud-caked boots and a vacant stare. His steps crunching gravel.
The
as he
pudgy
performs
soldiers are
nightly
not
patrols.
safe.
And some onlookers speak of a dull bruise of fear spreading through their limbs when he draws near, as though his presence
Oh no! Fear the pudgy soldier. He's probably pudgy because he's probably eaten a bunch of other ghosts. Ghost pudgy.
raises the weight of his unfinished duty. Among the rows of military crosses and stars of David stand the graves of forgotten medics and nurses, some of them young women who perished tending to the battlefield's wounded, and visited
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, like a lot of people died that were just
Just bystanders.
Dude, there, like I said, there
Damn,
were stories.
there was no fucks given for this.
There was a town, I don't know where it's at. They got attacked on the 4th of July, and ever since then, they never celebrate the 4th of July.
Oh, wow.
Old people will be excited to see a magic toilet. I wonder what would happen if a Karen became a ghost.
Oh, what would happen if Karen ghosts?
They're gonna bitch out they'll haunt all the McDonald's and the Chick-fil-A.
They gotta go find the managers. They haunt the managers'
You
offices.
hear in the background, I want to speak to your manager.
Oh, everyone got shot. Oh no.
reported seeing ghostly women in nurses'
Damn.
caps standing beside certain graves, their lips moving in silent prayer before they dissipate like mist on the wind. Both security guards and groundskeepers have gone so far as to hand in their notices, citing the unshakable feeling of being
Oh.
watched, hearing footsteps.
Okay, so people. Do people who maintain this cemetery get paid extra because of the hauntings? And even the hauntings.
It's like working Five Nights at Freddy's. Which, by the way, they have the trailer for the second movie.
I know, I saw.
Hmm.
It looks like it's going to be better than the first one, at least, but I'm still questioning if I actually want to see it in theaters. Especially in December? Really? You have your scary movies out in December for. That's dumb.
Follow them through darkened maintenance tunnels, and even feeling a hand on their shoulders during
Bugs
lockdown
and
rounds.
hey,
And
demons,
one
how
patrol
about-
report notes a guard raising his
It's
flashlight
me,
to find
ya
an empty
boy.
silhouette standing inches away that dissolved when the light hit it.
Let's go make friends with the ghosty demons. Yay!
Perhaps most haunting are those evening walk-ins by Memorial Hall, where strange fogs pool just above the tombstones. Folks who linger here after dark say that voices drift across the grass, distant laughter, sobbing, and the clang of rifles slung over backs. One late-night runner even described hearing a group of voices counting cadence, running alongside.
Why are you running around? Well, no, I can't say that because we can walk around our cemetery.
Yeah, we go through our cemetery at night. We have what? The one that's all the way down.
Oh yeah, we technically have. We're next to like 2-ish cemeteries. We got the nice one that's in our backyard, and then there's a second smaller cemetery that's all jacked up.
Well, it's because it's so old.
And also, oh yeah, you know what? That second cemetery back there should be haunted because it had a church burned down. Yeah,
So,
but we always walk past it at night too. So.
I guess we didn't piss off the ghost.
I feel
her
like
before
fucking with our
vanishing as she
Pokemon Go,
turned the
though, I
corner.
swear.
Jefferson Barracks is no place of peaceful spiritual visitation. It is an active nexus where echoes of war, family tragedy, and eternal watchfulness collide. Its stone markers may stand silent in the sunlight, but in the hush of night it becomes clear. Here, the peace of death was never complete, and the dead maintained their post, always on watch, always present.
There was a cemetery behind my elementary school. Oh, fun. With no fence.
And I'm pretty sure kids walk through there all the time.
Yeah. Here's a good question. Why do ghosts only haunt at night?
I've heard theories. I don't know.
You had theories.
That's your answer.
Our fourth haunt has us buying tickets.
Union
at
Station.
Hey! Wait, really?
Yeah, Union Station's supposedly haunted. You never heard that?
No!
We go there too.
I know,
I want to know what the next movie they have in that theater they have. in
Dude,
there.
we watch movies in there.
Well, you could have had a ghost next to you. You could have actually been sucked in the screen when we walked in there.
Not funny.
the city's popular Union Station. The Kansas City Union Station, grandly completed in 1914 amid Second Empire and Gothic Revival grandeur, stood
Sucked
as a
in the
gateway to the
screen.
nation.
Now.
Its vaulted ceilings painted
Okay, I gotta
in
tell the
blue-
story.
Okay, probably easier to see the ghosts in the moonlight. What's the theory? Yeah, you never finished your theory.
It could be, how like energy disperses at night because every time we get storms at night. It's just there's so many different things you can go into.
You think it has something to do with like the witching hour kind of deal?
That too, but oh yeah, I gotta tell this story. When we first went to this movie theater, we heard about like there's this cheap movie theater inside the station. It's like kind of down in this area over here. We walk in, it's an IMAX theater that's like 8 stories tall. You immediately went into a panic attack. You remember that?
Where did we go watch it? Was it the stupid Star Wars movie?
I think so. The second Disney sequel that pissed off our friend. You walk in, you're clinging onto everything because you were just like crying.
I was not crying, but I was clinging.
Its mosaic tile floors patterned with allegorical symbols, and its
I think I'm
soaring
starting to get
95-foot
used to it,
central
though.
clock tower overlooking the pulse of travelers in motion. It was a marvel of design and ambition, built to manage the converging
That's
currents
nice.
of people and commerce. And by the time World War II revived its busiest years, it had carried the hopes of 1 million families seeing off soldiers reaching for new worlds or
Okay, I need to know why. I hope he explains why. Why is this place haunted?
I think because someone actually died, like someone had a heart attack in the middle of it and died. There was also a Valentine's Day massacre that happened right down here. You guys could.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing those bullet holes.
Yeah, that's from the 1920s down there. Because
Oh.
the bomb used to be in Kansas City.
Oh.
uniting after long absences. Yet, as echoes of rail whistles and footfalls
What I have heard, never visit a haunted place during the witching hour, or really bad things can happen to you. It depends on I swear there's like 2 different witching hours. You got the midnight and you got the 3.
dwindled with the war's end, parts of the station fell silent and were used less and less until the echoes seemed to pierce through time itself. The vast Grand Hall, though restored to its
Oh,
glittering
yeah, you got-
elegance in the
you also got the World
1990s,
War I
remains
museum
linked by
here.
narrow
Oh, yeah.
passageways, storage rooms, and
Dude, I like that museum. And okay, now I'm starting to kind of get depressed.
Don't get depressed.
I'm getting depressed because I'm thinking of the last time I'm glad. I wish you weren't with us. It was just me and Dad at that one. Or did you ever come with us?
Was it the one where you had that art festival there?
No. I could have sworn it was like a Veterans Day thing.
I think
I remember going with Dad and
it probably was when I was working, so I couldn't go.
no, I think it was because you needed to sleep. I think.
Because I got all by the time I would get off.
You got off. But did you ever go to the? Did we ever, the 3 of us, go to the?
Yeah, I
Well-
remember when they had the car show there. We went in and we actually went up the giant tower.
I know, but was that just me and you, or was Dad with us? I'm talking about the 3 of
Yeah,
us.
Daryl was with us. 3 a.m.
Sorry, I went on a tangent. Kansas City was settled by Native Americans for a long time before the U.S. got it. You can guess what happens.
Yeah.
The 3 a.m. is the one that is the most dangerous. Well, the Union Station's not open at that time.
Actually, it kind of is. You can go in there
Really?
at night. Yeah.
Oh.
Remember, we've walked out of there at like 2 in the morning watching a movie.
Oh,
that
yeah.
have hardly changed since the 1940s. And these hidden arteries are where the station's emotional weight has truly accumulated. A thick gravity of unspoken farewells and sudden deaths. It's here that the station is
That's the theory why it's also haunted is because a lot of people left for World War II. They said their final goodbyes here and they never came back.
So all the sad
Yeah.
The sadness
well,
is there.
said to remember. Security guards on midnight rounds speak of lights flickering, then igniting on rooms with no power, as if welcoming unseen guests. Some swear that the large mural behind the ticket windows sometimes ripples, the painted figures shifting subtly in the lamplight, and others describe the echo of typewriters clicking away in the long-closed administration offices, soft taps rising and stopping abruptly when doors open.
Hey, that trash can's bent. The ghost did it.
Security guards on midnight rounds speak of lights flickering, then igniting in rooms with no power, as if welcoming an unseen guest. Some swear that the large mural behind the ticket windows sometimes ripples, the painted figures shifting abruptly in the lamplight, and others describe the echo of typewriters clicking away in long closed-off administration offices, soft taps rising and stopping abruptly when doors open.
Oh, dude, you know what I remember?
What?
Remember this one time, I don't know what the fuck we were doing, but we were like hanging out in the big open area of the Union Station. I remember, I don't think it was anyone it might have been Lou, it could have been someone else, I can't remember, but it was either Lou or I overheard someone saying that there was a faucet in the woman's restroom that wouldn't turn off.
That's also another thing that goes on there. I watched the rest of it. I gotta take off for D&D. Okay.
Alright, ooh, have fun. D&D sounds awesome. Let's look at my gogies. The gogies. Goodbye, sheepy. Well, 3 a.m. I'm watching out due to the story of Jesus being crucified at 3 a.m.
3 p.m.
That go. Oh, p.m.
Open. One particularly unsettling
Yeah,
story
that area.
involves the historic
This area?
Yeah, this area.
Yeah.
train schedule board that's long since sat silenced. Late one night, a technician was adjusting its writing when the numbers suddenly flashed. Train departures listed in the 1940s style, cars awaiting boarding at platforms long gone, and
Ghost
times that
train!
don't exist. The technician watched horrified as the schedule held for nearly 10 seconds before resetting to blank. Beneath the Great Hall,
Cool.
the old mail tunnels seem alive with subterranean murmurs. Old mail carts have been heard pushing themselves along rusted
Ghost
rails,
trains!
their whistles whimpering in distant galleries. And visitors equipped with night vision cameras report glowing orbs drifting through the darkness, and sudden
Never seen
silences
that.
that drop like curtains, followed sometimes by a low moaning sound. Hauntings
Never
on
heard
site
the
are not
moans.
limited to human presences, however, and occasionally, security cameras in the empty parking arcade record doors swinging violently, as though pushed with extreme force, followed by the tread of heavy-soled shoes, steel-toed perhaps, yet recorded in first-floor video, with no intruder ever captured in nearby frames. Witnesses all
I'm trying. I don't know why, but I have this memory of Lou saying like something pushed her.
Huh. Maybe she got touched by a ghost.
Huh.
also describe turning to locate the
Weird.
source of the sound, only to find themselves alone, clutching doors that seem suddenly heavy with cold. In the historic 1930s era powerhouse annex, where trains once drew warm sighs from their boilers, modern contractors report phantom machinery, the hiss of steam valves that aren't there, and a loud banging on pipes that seems to happen around 3 a.m. And one electrician, after discovering
you
a
go, 3
radiator
a.m.
valve open despite being locked, said he heard voices arguing in German before stepping back to see a 1940s train engineer
Wait, why in German?
Probably got a lot of German immigrants probably came through this way too.
Oh, okie dokie.
cap on the landmark bench that shortly after faded away. Perhaps most unsettling is this station's link to death and violence. Near the original
Sheesh.
entrance, where the Kansas City Massacre shattered a morning in 1933, a chilling trademark remains. A woman in her early 30s described waking in the early hours beside her parked car, sensing an overwhelming weight pressing her body, heart thumping, and feeling not only fear, but a sort of suffocating presence. When she looked up, the night sky beyond the station doors distorted with ripples, as if the moment of the shooting was replaying just
Gotta stop moaning cause the ghost. Wait, stop moaning? Okay, I haven't moaned all day. What you talking about? So if you live in an apartment and hear a lot of moaning from the neighbors, that is a haunted. Yes, the haunted
just
neighbors.
beyond the threshold of
They're not
visibility.
boinging.
Inside, in the upstairs lounge where guests once waited for baggage callings, a headless man in a trench coat is often seen smoking a cigarette, the ember glowing dimly
fun.
beside empty seats. And all who
Headless,
have
but how
tried to
you smoke
approach
a
him are
cigarette?
always met in disappointment,
out the
as
neck
upon
hole.
nearing, he promptly vanishes. In quiet corridors, performers for late-night events feel a presence behind the stage curtains, a figure shuffling amongst props, brushing past with cold breath on their necks, and the faintest smell of sawdust and cigarette ash, matching the era of the building's earliest maintenance staff. One of the station's most enduring pieces of lore involves the clock tower's caretaker quarters, where an elderly man once lived and died mid-question, clutching his watch, apparently running forever past his last moment. His ghost has been heard tapping his pocket watch in the room above the Grand Hall, even after electricity was cut, and camera
Did they do
Savannah, Georgia yet? I don't think this is only in Kansas. This is
Yeah,
only...
this is haunted places in Missouri.
footage
probably not
shows
even
the
all of
pocket
them.
watch's chain swinging in midair, though no living hand ever enters. By day, Kansas City Union Station is a celebrated landmark of civic pride, a transportation nostalgia engine, a family destination, but its nighttime form is something ancient and
And
unpersuaded.
also the best deals for parking in downtown KC, apparently.
It remembers every tearful farewell, every stolen kiss, every soldier who never came home, or whose home flickered like the embers of the 1933 massacre.
Oh yeah, we also watched our old friend do his play here, yeah?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
Remember you did the bunny?
Yeah.
That was
Its
here.
beauty endures, but beneath it pulses an electric resonance of memory, and those who roam its quietest halls may glimpse a spirit or hear a sound that shakes their heart. For here, the past is not buried. It's undimmed, demanding of remembrance, and exacting witness.
I remember nothing.
Last but not least,
Last
our fifth
one.
and final hunt takes us on a hike through the beautiful Erie Knob
Johnson
Noster State Park.
Johnson County.
Knob
Johnson.
Noster?
Knob Noster State Park, nestled just to the southeast of the small town that shares its name, spans nearly 4,000
Where's this at?
Knob Noster. I'm gonna
acres
look
of
that
quiet
up.
You gotta
woods,
look that up.
rolling savanna, and shimmering creeks in Johnson County, Missouri. Its civilian
Johnson
conservation
County,
corps
Johnson
built stone shelters and whispering tree-lined trails draw campers, hikers, and nature lovers year-round. But beneath
It's not talking about the place that you mentioned, so I'm guessing your mentions, your haunted place is not as haunted as these places, or not as popular, or well known.
Yeah.
Something or other. Oh no, not a haunted forest.
Yeah. John.
Lots of
Knob
forests.
Noster. I'm gonna look that up. That's not...
It's gonna bother you.
that tranquil facade
That's
lies a
bullshit,
darker
though. You get to look up a haunted location. I couldn't look up a boathouse I wanted.
Well, because we have a name they can look.
I have commented on your outfit. Maybe I did that, maybe I didn't, but it is this that we should think about it twice.
Look, I'm looking.
Do you know?
It's kind of
You
like...
got my Jacob X
It's kind of
my
like
boobies.
east, south of here is like near Warrensburg. I
Huh.
know what Warrensburg's
You
at.
want to go to Haunted Forest?
I'm good.
Let's go to Haunted
a
Forest.
place where ghostly lantern lights drift through the woods with no bearer, where disembodied voices rise beneath the trees, and where stories older than the
Haunted
state
Forest.
itself still whisper
Haunted Forest.
amongst the shadows. At night, and especially during storms, the woods take on a presence that feels deeply watchful, unnerving in its silence, and even more so when that silence is broken. The name Knob Noster itself is peculiar, drawn from Latin roots meaning our hill, which references
It says knob.
So it's Latin. Bot. Is that bot? Or no?
Now he's commenting on my outfit.
is the
'cause I'm
twin
so
knobs that rise
delicious.
abruptly from the prairie-like earthen sentinels, and local legends hold that these elevations were once sites of spiritual importance to indigenous peoples of the region, perhaps to the Osage or earlier mound-building
That's
cultures,
why it's
who may have
haunted.
used the knobs for ceremonial rites or even burials. The land here, long before Missouri's statehood, was inhabited, warred over, and eventually reshaped by colonists, settlers, and military forces. And over
Okay, that
time,
makes sense
the
why it's
quiet
haunted.
hillsides
Yeah.
came to hold not just history, but something else. Something that's refused to leave. When the Civilian Conservation Corps arrived in the
The Indians summoned the demons.
Basically,
Pretty sort of tits, yes. And I also love what I do
crackhead
in
ghost.
the background. Hold. Unhold. Moral fast. Crackhead ghost.
1930s to turn the area into a state park, their efforts were monumental.
hungry.
They built trails, cabins, bridges, and rock-lined creek beds that still stand to this day. But their work, according to later reports, maybe stirred something more than soil up. CCC workers supposedly spoke in hushed tones of tools going missing, of phantom footsteps in the underbrush when no one else was nearby, and of strange figures seen on the horizon at dusk. Silhouettes that vanished when approached, always just ahead, just out of reach. The most enduring legend tied to the park involves a
Why you ban? You just saying truth. I got the jiggy tackies. Yeah.
mysterious figure known locally as the Lantern Man, or the Traveler of the Knob. According to long-standing oral lore, a reclusive settler, possibly a former Civil War soldier or fugitive, once lived in self-imposed
Sounds
exile
like
atop
the,
one of the
perfect
knobs with a
place
young
to
enslaved
camp
boy.
in.
When the boy
Oh.
disappeared under unexplained circumstances,
Yeah, Logan
locals
Paul
grew
probably go out
suspicious.
here.
But before any
Oh,
retribution
hey.
could come, the settler himself was struck and killed by lightning during a violent storm.
Oh,
Some
lightning
claimed he'd
kill.
been seen walking the hills just moments before, lantern in hand, calling a name into the winds. Since that night, reports of a wandering lantern on the hillside have become part of the park's folklore. Especially on stormy evenings, visitors and rangers alike have seen the glow of a swinging lantern ascending and descending the hill in slow, methodical fashion.
Wait, what channel are you watching me? Reem?
You're on Twitch. We have Kick and YouTube going too.
Kaboogan?
Boogan.
And those who have tried to chase it out of fear or curiosity never seem to find the source. Sometimes it disappears the moment they turn a corner, while others say it blinks out of existence with thunderclaps, only to reappear
watching
several
the
yards
YouTube
further
video.
along. It's not just the
Oh,
Is
here I'll pull up
a Fright Night.
Fright Night.
Yeah.
knobs that hold on to something strange, however, and campers have long reported the feeling of being watched at night, especially at the Bob White and Pin Oak group campsites, where footsteps are often heard pacing outside of tents in the early hours, and are accompanied by the scent of pipe smoke or the sudden rustle of leaves on a windless night. Others,
Okay,
however,
so yeah,
have found
definitely
small handprints too
Indians
small
are
to be
haunting the
adult,
place.
too smudged to be fully
Yeah,
clear,
don't
on the
fuck
outside
with
of their
Native
vehicle
American
windows come
hauntings.
morning.
Ooh, what do you think's worse? Native American hauntings or Japanese hauntings?
They're both equally bad.
What do you think is the creepiest culture type haunting? For me, it's
Voodoo. That stuff's horrifying.
Along the
I don't
Clear
know, I
Fork
think
Creek
Japanese stuff
Trail,
is
some
horrifying.
hikers describe cold spots in shaded hollows where the air temperature drops dramatically, even through the heat of summer. A few have captured faint whispers on video, voices saying fragmented words like go, lost, or find me, and equipment failures are
light
common,
is
with flashlights dimming
hunter
inexplicably,
biting
with
sun.
camera batteries draining seconds after being charged, and with phones restarting themselves while GPS signals vanish.
Don't go towards the
area
light,
near
then.
the old CCC bathhouse is said to be particularly active. Now crumbling and overgrown, the stone structure has become the source of chilling tales, with screams heard echoing in the rafters, shadows sighted darting between archways, and one instance in which a park ranger reportedly found all of the windows fogged over from the inside, despite the building.
Sometimes those unsolved mysteries types of videos are just tickling my fancy in the right way.
I know. I love watching all the weird ghost hunting duties. It's
being
it's
sealed
actually
and
making me
air
way too
dry and
relaxed
cool.
now.
One
Yeah.
ranger working a night patrol near
like
the service
watching
road
Top
that skirts
Gear
the edge of the
videos.
park claimed he
We'll
saw
do that
what
one
looked like
next.
a pale
Sound good?
child standing motionless near a tree line. When he got out of his truck, however, and shone a flashlight, the figure turned and ran.
I have to note this Fright Night guy's voice is way too relaxing, is way too
Yeah.
it's calming my mental potato.
It's making me kind of sleepy. It's kind of cozy. Yeah, voodoo is the most dangerous one because it can be used as a weapon on someone.
I still think Japanese stuff is worse.
Not into the woods, but across the air above the creek,
it
vanishing
puts
mid-stride.
you
There are
to
even
sleep,
older stories.
yeah.
Some believe the knobs themselves are burial mounds and that the entire park
noobs.
sits atop sacred grounds. In the 1800s, a series of amateur excavators reported uncovering bones and copper artifacts on the hilltops, items that disappeared into private collections. And since then, the number of unexplained sightings has risen dramatically, with ghostly
Oh! It's kind of like Return the Slab.
Yeah.
Except it's Return the Bones. You fucking take bones from fucking... Man...
Figures cloaked in what appear to be animal hides, chanting heard from deep in the woods, and fires seen flickering through the trees that witnesses can never reach and that leave no ash behind. Though the park has no official acknowledgement of its hauntings, rangers and officials often warn guests not to hike the knobs at night, especially during storms. And more than one person has gone missing temporarily in the woods, only to be found later in a dazed state, unable to explain how they lost time or why their clothes were soaked despite dry.
Oh, you think they went to like a alternate dimension kind of crazy bull stuff there? You think it's aliens? It's aliens.
Drags. I go drags.
Aliens!
There is a town with some very good videos on the video and some not so good. How about you seen the top 5s?
Oh, yeah.
I watch other YouTubers react to top 5s. That and also Slapped Ham. I love watching all those ghosty videos and junk like that. So the forest has a cult! Cult of ghosts. Ghosty cults.
Skies. Knob Noster State Park remains a haven of Missouri wilderness, a space where owls call from deep in the forest perches, where deer cross gently flowing creeks, and where stars scatter like spilled salt across the sky. But beneath its natural
that's
beauty,
just too
under
pretty.
the twin shadows of the knobs themselves, something else lurks. Something unseen but felt deeply. Something tied
His
to a
voice is
lantern,
like
to
butter.
lightning, to loss, and to a
he
history
will
that
say.
never quite stayed buried.
Sounds like some people eat.
All
Well,
right.
that's this video. Check out Fright Night if you wanna watch
All
some
right.
more of his
I will
videos.
post
Thank you all for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It would make me very happy. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug.